Buying gold, everything you need to know and what you really, really need to know. Liquidity. What's up, everybody? My name is Mr. Beckman with INFYNIT TV, and in this video, I'm going to answer a question for every one of you watching it that I have been getting almost every day now for the past 3 or 4 weeks since I started making these longer form videos here on YouTube, on the INFYNIT TV YouTube channel, as well as over on my Instagram account. So in my previous videos, if you haven't watched them, definitely take a look at them. I've predicted that the United States dollar value could go down as much as 50% in less than the next 2 years. I've also pointed out to you that the United States dollar its value has been compromised because other countries are moving away from using it now as the global reserve currency. I've highlighted that the United States economy is not doing super well. We're entering into a period that's referred to as stagflation. And all of these things contribute to the fact that the value of the United States dollar is not in for a good journey over the next coming weeks, months, and years. So what do I do to protect myself? Well, I don't leave all of my money and all of my savings sitting in United States dollar. Rather, what I'm interested in doing is buying gold, silver, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other digital assets like Coin. Now, financial disclaimer, there's no financial advice being given in this video. I can simply, however, share with you what I'm doing. Now, when it comes to buying gold and silver, if you buy it physically, that's going to give you probably a very good feeling. You're going to feel great knowing that you've got some in a safe or in a safety deposit box at your bank. The problem with physical gold and silver is that if ever you need to use it, the liquidity of it is not as easy to come by. So let's say hypothetically right now, like I predicted, the United States dollar could very well go down. Well, if that happens, and actually, as we get closer to that happening, more people are probably going to be buying gold and silver and Bitcoin and Ethereum and things like Coin. So as that happens more and more and more, generally, we see the value of these other assets go up. Now, with physical gold and silver, if the price of gold and silver went up, if you physically have it, once a price is at a higher point, and if everyone's going to sell it at that point, it actually becomes harder to physically sell your physical gold or silver. That's why a huge portion of the market now is moving over to digital tokenization of gold and silver. What does that mean? That means that, let's say there's a physical gold or silver storage vault somewhere in the world. They verify, in fact, that they have the gold, they have the silver, and they're going to make a token so that if you or I wanted to buy gold or silver, we can buy their token. We can rest assured that the verification of the gold, it has happened. We know it's verified, fine, 99.999% gold. And we also know that it's sitting there somewhere physically secured and vaulted. So it's just about the same as having physical gold or silver, only now when we want to go ahead and sell it maybe at a high price, or maybe you've got some expenses that have come up in your life and you need to sell some of your gold or silver, the tokenization of gold and silver makes it a lot easier and faster to do that. And I've got some real examples ready to show you here on my screen. So check this out. So here I have this article pulled up for everyone on Mint. Okay. And it talks about, the title of the article is Digital Gold in Emerging Markets. What are the opportunities and challenges for investors? So the article gives a great summary. Digital gold as an investment type has emerged as a result of the digital revolution in the gold market. With digital gold, investors may hold gold without the necessity for a physical safe or bank vault, as the name of the product indicates. One of the main benefits of buying digital gold is that it minimizes worries about purity, storage, and security because these aspects are assured. However, it also comes with potential risks, including the possibility of fraud, market risk, expenses, limitations on redemption, and tax repercussions. Okay, now, you notice here how it says it provides the evidence, or rather it says it minimizes the worries about purity, storage, and security. So this brings up the next article I'm going to show you here, which is a report from the Perth Mint, that's in Australia. It faces right now, and this article was just as of March this year, It faces a $9 billion recall from China over doped gold scandal. So what this article basically says is that the Shanghai Gold Exchange, which is referred to here as SGE, they found that a number of the gold bars that they were getting from this Perth mint, in fact, were being doped, is the term that this article is using. And that means that there was probably some silver and maybe some other metals being added to the gold bars. Now, why would a mint do this? Well, probably they save money when they're faking the results ultimately of their gold purity. Now, in this particular article, it goes ahead and shares that this Australian gold mint company was sending billions of dollars worth of physical gold bullion to the Shanghai Gold Exchange. And it's my understanding that the Shanghai Gold Exchange then allows you, similarly to this digital gold tokenization I just mentioned in the previous article, to buy the equivalent of a stock certificate that is backed by the physical gold. Well, the problem here was that if this Perth mint was actually doping the gold by adding silver and other things to it, they were watering down the purity of the gold. So now we've just learned that even if we're buying a stock or a digital token, it's really important that we can verify the purity, and that's referred to in general as fine gold. Okay. Now, everything that you need to know about buying gold is that right now it's available in the stock markets. Right now it's available as a digital token. Okay. And the most important thing is liquidity. So if and when the event of a price increases, whether that be for Bitcoin or gold or silver, the most important thing that you really need to know is called liquidity. Now, liquidity is your ability to buy and sell something quickly. And it's really important if you're trying to buy or sell a larger amount of something. So right now, let's say for myself, I want to keep the majority of the money that my family and I have in savings in gold, silver, Bitcoin, and Zagkill coin. So I can do that, and I do that if I think it's going to be protected against the crash of the US dollar value. But as I described earlier, if I ever need to sell parts of those for day-to-day expenses, or if I need to get some money to make a purchase, it's really important not just that I can buy it, but also that I can sell it. And the selling of gold or silver for myself, the thing that's the absolute most important to me is the liquidity, my ability to quickly sell it. So when you're trying to sell your physical gold or silver, the broker who you're selling it to, it's in their best interest to buy it back from you at a lower price than what they can get from someone else in the public markets for. So now, let's say there's a lot of physical gold and silver around. Let's say the prices go up tremendously as this United States dollar is projected to start collapsing. Now, if you have that physical gold and silver, it's going to be harder for you to sell it and fill up your gas tank or buy groceries. And the problem that might very well happen is that as these brokers that are buying the gold and silver are inundated with a lot of physical gold and silver, now they can start being a little sneakier and say, well, you know what? Sorry, guys, we're inundated right now with people wanting to sell us their gold and silver. And although the market price is here, we'll actually offer you this amount if you want to get rid of it right away. But if you could wait a few weeks to a month and you really want it at this price point, which it is in the markets, we could probably get around to that, but it's going to take a while. And so now if you're in a situation where you need your money sooner, they've got you. And that's where the brokers win. The coolest thing about this tokenization now, though, of gold and silver is that it should allow you and afford you the ability to move in and out of your gold sooner and faster. Now, how do you verify, though, that the gold or silver that you're buying is verified fine and it truly is stored in a safe physical vault? So that's where the INFYNIT and i2 and Zagkill financial solution gets really cool. I've mentioned in my past videos that the i2 financial solution last year became only the 4th project ever, that's a blockchain project, to be verified as 100% secure. With that 100% third-party security approval came 100% insurance on your money that you choose to store in i2. With that 100% security approval and the 100% insurance, we now got to enter into some very cool conversations. One of those conversations that we've already entered into is with one of the world's largest and most secure physical gold, silver, and precious asset storage vaults, which is in Singapore. Now, these guys go through a very rigorous testing process to make sure that the physical gold or silver that they're buying is verified to be 99.9999% pure. And with gold, it's referred to as fine. Now, these guys have tried in the past to make their own token unsuccessfully. Unfortunately, I heard the story was that they had spent millions of dollars and they lost it. But now that the INFYNIT i2 and Zagkill blockchain solution, financial solution, has this 100% security and 100% insurance from these verified third parties, they've approached us and asked us to make their gold and silver tokens for them so that you, as an i2 account holder, can instantly now buy your gold and silver. So it's just the same as you physically holding that gold and silver, but now you don't have to worry about your house getting broken into. Most importantly, you don't have to worry about your liquidity, because you can buy the gold and silver, and when you want to sell it, it's virtually instantaneous. You can sell it into whatever asset or fiat currency you choose, and you can then use it through your i2 account for your normal day-to-day expenses using your Visa debit card. Or if for whatever reason you need to get it back into your traditional bank account and your banking system, you can do that too. But as I've shared in many videos already, in case this is the first time you're ever watching it, it's going to be a pretty cool place for you to store your money, your digital assets, your fiat, your silver, or your gold physical bullion in your i2 account, where you can know it's 100% insured and 100% secure. With the current banking system collapses happening right now, this should be very important and very valuable to you. Now, I'm going to share with you another story that I heard just yesterday from a very large influencer that I was talking to. This influencer had worked with one of the largest buy gold and silver programs here in the United States of America. Let's say they're one of the top 4 or 5 largest programs in the whole country. She was recommending to her audience that they use this program to buy their gold and silver too, just like she was doing with her own money. So she was in integrity when she was doing that. Recently, she thought, you know what? I've never taken out any of my gold or silver from this account. Let me go through that experience just to see what it's like, so that if any of my community members do that, I'll be able to share with them from real world experience how this goes down. So right now, the situation in the United States, it's getting pretty dicey. It's looking pretty scary, but it's not as bad as it could get. If the United States dollar absolutely starts crashing, if there are more banks that collapse, things get much, much worse. Things theoretically get harder as more and more people freak out. So this woman, this friend of mine, thought that she would try to make a withdrawal of her gold and silver, which she's not holding on to, but once again is vaulted with another group here in the United States. She placed the withdrawal order and she basically said, hey, I want to sell this gold. A few days went by and she was confirmed that, in fact, her sell order was successful, but she still didn't have the money in her bank account. So then she said, hey, what's going on here? What's going on here? A few more days went by, and then a few weeks went by. And finally, she's probably in about 2 to 3 weeks in, she starts looking into it. She found out that the money actually went from her account to a brokerage account, and it just sat there, and it wasn't coming back to her. And so I'm sure you could imagine how she feels at this point. That would be pretty nerve-wracking if it were happening to you. Finally, it took more than a month for her to get the monies from her original gold sale into her bank account. And that is called liquidity. Her ability originally to buy the gold and silver was easy and fast. It took about a day for her to wire the monies in, and she owned the gold, and she was confirmed that she owned the gold, and she was told that it was being stored and vaulted in a physical vault here in the United States. But when she went to sell it, right now, without things going horrifically bad in the external markets, without there being a run on people wanting to sell their gold because maybe it's reached a really high price, or without the United States dollar absolutely crashing right now during times where they're more or less reasonable this very moment, although we do have to be aware that there could be worse times coming when it comes to the United States dollar and the economy, and obviously the current US banking system, she still wasn't able to withdraw her gold for more than a month, okay? Now, what happens to that price fluctuation? Does she get all the money she thought she was going to get? If the price of gold went down between when she first tried to sell and she eventually got her money, does she just eat those costs? How does that work? Well, when I was speaking with her yesterday, She was most excited about the i2 financial solution because it'll give you and her the ability to instantly buy her gold and silver. She can rest assured it's verified fine. She knows that it's stored in a physical vault, which is amazing. But most importantly, when she wants to sell it, she can do that as well instantly. And as an example, I can't give you financial advice through these videos, but I can tell you what I do with my money. So let's say I've bought some gold and silver, but then I notice that gold and silver are kind of just going sideways. They're not really going up. The price isn't really going down. But let's say that I see Bitcoin's about to start going up. Well, the thing that I'm the most excited about the i2 financial solution for is that I'll be able to go into my i2 account. I'll be able to sell my gold and silver, as I've mentioned, instantly, and I could buy with it Bitcoin if I wanted to. And that way I could ride that price up. Let's say Bitcoin starts to plateau, it gets a little bit flat, it looks like it's going to go down. I could then sell out of my Bitcoin in my i2 account, and I could buy back into gold and silver very easily. Now, as time goes on, the i2 system is going to get easier and more user-friendly. And although there's a lot of legal things going on within the i2 system, it's eventually our goal to be able to get you an actual physical app. For now, you'll have to go to INFYNIT TV, create your account. You have to apply. Not everyone will get approved, but most of you will. When you apply, you're putting in your photo ID and proving to us that you're a real human being. But if someone's trying to fake that process, that they're real, they're not going to get allowed in. But so once you've created your i2 account, you'll get to see your dashboard. You'll get to access the different services available within i2, including merchant services, storage, buying gold and silver instantly, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Zaggle coin, and even our peer-to-peer service where you can send money back and forth to other i2 account holders instantly. And you can rest assured that everything that I just described is 100% secure and 100% insured. And with banks collapsing left, right, and center, the FDIC insurance being limited to only $250,000 per account, with there being rumors right now that even a lot of these securities or equities markets, the stock markets surrounding gold and silver, even though they might have sold, let's say, a certain number of these shares, they might not actually have the gold to represent all of those shares that are owned, just like the banks might not have all of your money that you've put in it because they use this fractional reserve system. They've lent out perhaps more than they have, and maybe they start to place some bad bets, and now your money's at risk, or similarly, your gold and is at risk in the equities markets. You can rest assured that the i2 system, it's the only place that I know of where you can hold your digital assets, and it's 100% insured. Recently, with exchanges going down, even my money in Binance, I don't have that level of security and insurance. So it's just such an exciting thing to know that this is coming to the financial technology, the fintech market, that as technology evolves, as it gets easier, faster, and more secure for you to store your assets and your money, and to secure your assets and your money, and to participate in the alternatives that exist if the United States dollar keeps crashing, if the United States economy keeps crashing, that these things are available to you. And not only are they available to you, I mean, heck, I'm sure I would be happy to hear about something if it didn't come with 100% insurance, if it at least allowed me to flip between US dollar and gold and silver and digital assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Zaggle coin. That would be exciting for me enough as it is, because I don't have any insurance in any of the other solutions anyways. But to know that the INFYNIT i2 and Zaggle blockchain financial solution comes 100% secured and 100% insured, well, it's just really cool to know that there is an alternative solution despite all the bad things happening right now, and it's fully secured and fully insured. So thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed the value I'm sharing with you about everything you need to know about buying gold, and how I'm excited to buy the digital token version of gold and silver, and that liquidity is the most important thing that you need to be aware of, and that i2 is going to be available shortly, and it's 100% secured, 100% insured, make it a point to smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, turn your notification settings to all, and leave a comment below for the YouTube algorithm. All right. That way that they will believe that you watching this valued it, and they'll even start to recommend our channel and these videos to others, so we'll be able to help other people. Thanks for taking a moment to do that. And if you have any questions, or you're excited to get started today with your free trial, click the link below, go to INFYNIT TV, start your free trial for the premium uncensored INFYNIT TV membership, and you will be the first to gain access and apply for the 100% secured, 100% insured i2 financial solution. Much love, everybody. My name's Mr. Beckman, and we'll talk soon.